Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Well, if you want your life to pop and fizz, well, you better start playing Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Yay! Big Nothing back in the house for another exciting edition of Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Yeah, this time we're talking pop music, people. How well do you know your pop music? We got 30 questions coming at you rather fast. 10 hit songs from the 50s, 10 from the 60s, 10 from the 70s. But who sang them? Who had hits with them? Let's find out as we play Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Yeah. Pop music. Woo. Forgot to say howdy doody, good people. Here we go. Question number 1. Who had hit with Rock Around the Clock? Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, Bill Haley and the Comets, or the Everly Brothers? Rock Around the Clock. It was, of course, Bill Haley and the Comets. Question number 2. Who had a hit with Johnny Be Good? Go, go, Johnny. Was it Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, or Fats Domino? Go, Johnny, go, go, go. It was, of course, Mr. Chuck Berry. Question number 3. Who had a hit with Tutti Frutti? Tutti Frutti, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, or Buddy Holly? It was, of course, Wop Babaloo Bop, Wop Bam Boom, Little Richard. Question number 4. Who had a hit with Hound Dog? Woo! Hound Dog, Elvis Presley, the Coasters, Bill Haley and the Comets, or Carl Perkins? You ain't nothing but a hound dog, and it was, of course, Mr. Elvis Presley. Big interesting fact. Hound Dog is a 12-bar blues song written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, recorded originally by Big Mama Thornton in 1952. It's actually been recorded over 250 times, but the man who had the biggest hit with it was, of course, Mr. Elvis Presley. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Woo! Educate and entertain. Question number 5. Who had a hit with Peggy Sue? Was it Roy Orbison, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, or the Big Bopper? If you knew Peggy Sue, you know it was Buddy Holly. Question number 6. Who had a hit with La Bamba? Was it Richie Valens, the Champs, Fats Domino, or Elvis Presley? La 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 Bamba. Mr. Richie Valens. Question number 7. Who had a hit with Great Balls of Fire, people? Was it Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, Buddy Holly, or Bill Haley? Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. It was, of course, the killer, Jerry Lee Lewis. Question number 8. Who had a hit with Blue Suede Shoes? Was it Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Gene Vincent, or Chuck Berry? Get off of my blue suede shoes. Elvis Presley, of course, but written by Carl Perkins. Question number 9. Who had a hit with Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Was it Frankie Lehman and the Teenagers, the Platters, the Drifters, or the Five Satins? Why do fools fall in love? Good question. It was Frankie Lehman and the Teenagers. Question number 10. Who had a hit with At the Harp? Was it Danny and the Juniors, the Coasters, the Penguins, or the Chords? At the Harp, we can rock it, we can roll it. It was Danny and the Juniors. Question number 11. Who had a hit with I Want to Hold Your Hand? Was it the Rolling Stones, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, or the Kinks? I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was, of course, the Beatles, the Mop Tops. Question number 12. Who had a hit with Satisfaction? Was that the Beatles? Was it the Rolling Stones, the Who, or the Animals? I can't get no satisfaction. Yes, the Rolling Stones. Question 13. Who had a hit with Good Vibrations? Was it the Monkees, the Beach Boys, the Kinks, or the Beatles? These 60s bands. It was, of course, the Beach Boys. I'm picking up good vibrations. Number 14. Question 14. Who had a hit with Respect? Etta James, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, or Gladys Knight? Respect was Aretha Franklin. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Question 15. Who had a hit with Like a Rolling Stone? Was it the Doors, Bob Dylan, the Rolling Stones, or the Byrds? Like a Rolling Stone. Mr. Robert Zimmerman, Bob Dylan. Question number 16. Who had a hit with House of the Rising Sun? Was it the Animals, Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Byrds, or the Beatles? There is a house in New Orleans. The Animals. Question number 17. Who had a hit with Hey Jude? Was that the Beatles? Was it the Rolling Stones? Was it the Beach Boys? Or was it the Who? was, of course, the Beatles. Question number 18. Who had a hit with My Girl? My Girl, the Four Tops, the Temptations, the Supremes, or Smokey Robinson and the Miracles? My Girl was, of course, the Temptations. Question 19. Who had a hit with You Really Got Me? Was it The Who, the Kinks, the Doors, or the Beatles? Girl, you really got me now. It was, of course, the Kinks. Question number 20. Who had a hit with Light My Fire? Was that the Animals, the Birds, Jefferson Airplane, or the Doors? Come on, baby, light my fire. It was the Doors, Jim Morrison and the Doors. Question number 21. Who had a hit with Stairway to Heaven? Was it Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, or Queen? Stairway to Heaven, we know this. Of course, it was Led Zeppelin.
Big interesting fact.
Back in 1966, Keith Moon of The Who was recording with Jimmy Page, and they had a discussion about forming a new band. Keith Moon allegedly quipped that the band would go down like a lead balloon, which Jimmy Page later remembered and used it as inspiration for the band's actual name, Led Zeppelin. Educate and entertain people! On to the 70s now. Who had a hit with Bohemian Rhapsody? Elton John, Harry Nilsson, Queen, or The Who? We all know this. What a mega song. It was, of course, Queen with Bohemian Rhapsody. Question 23. Who had a hit with Hotel California? The Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Leonard Skinner, or the Rolling Stones? You can check out, but you can never leave. It's the Eagles. Question number 24. Who had a hit with Superstition? Was it Marvin Gaye, James Brown, Stevie Wonder, or Elton John? Superstition. Little Stevie Wonder, of course. Question number 25. Who had a hit with Let's Stay Together? Was it Curtis Mayfield, Al Green, Otis Redding, or Bobby Womack? Let's Stay Together. It was Al Green. Question 26. Who had a hit with Sweet Home Alabama? Was that the Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, Creedence Clearwater Revival, or the Doobie Brothers? A classic by Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. Question number 27. Who had a hit with We Will Rock You? Was it the Rolling Stones? Was it Aerosmith? Was it Queen? Or was it The Who? We Will Rock You? Singing We Will Rock You, Queen, of course. Question 28. Who had a hit with La Freak? Was it Chic, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang, or the Bee Gees? We're into disco now. It was, of course, Nile Rodgers and Chic. Question number 29. Who had a hit with American Pie? Was it Don McLean, Bob Dylan, Jim Croce, or John Denver? Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Of course, Mr. Don McLean. Question number 30. Who had a hit with Imagine? Was it John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, or Elton John? Imagine. Imagine who it was. It was, of course, John Lennon.
That's it, people. That's the end of this quiz. And how did you do? Let me know in the comments section of this video. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And why not consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss the next one when it comes along. So long, folks. And I'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Yeah! Yeehaw! Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Well, if you want your life to pop and fizz, well, you better start playing Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz.